Hey everybody, I am Cheryl with Cheryl's Travel Adventure, and right now my travels have been put on hold for a little bit until I can get my car back and things have calmed down slightly. I have been um, walking around my neighborhood, just taking in the sights, just trying to get out of the house for a little bit because it's been stuck inside the house for so long. And I thought I would show you some of the stuff I have found. So I hope you guys stick around and see a couple of the cool things I found around my neighborhood. Okay, so I want to show you something that I just found. It is a cool flower. It is called a scarlet bees balm, and I was like, this is so cool. I've never seen them before. Have you ever yourself have ever seen it, ever heard of it? I've never seen them before. It's only this one little bush here, and let me know what you guys think of it. If you heard of it, do you think it's pretty? Do you think it's cool? Do you think it's creepy? Let me know. Now, one of the most common flowers you'll see in my area, which we don't really have a lot of because it's really overgrown with trees and plants, um, are these beautiful angle lilies. They are all over the place. So you'll see like a bunch of those up, but then they bloom these flowers. We also have another bunch right there. But those are the most common flowers we have in our general area due to the fact that it is so overgrown here with trees. Not many flowers are able to get a lot of sunlight. Because of that, there's very few spots that have all day sun. It's usually sunlight for maybe an hour or two, and then the rest of it's shade. Okay, as you can see, I've kind of covered a little bit. But the next thing I found is so cool, and I've passed it so many times, and that never knew it was here because it's hidden by all these bushes and trees and such like that. But I wanted to show you. Heard it. But it's a nice little teeny tiny creek. It comes from, I guess, up that way, and then comes down and goes into there. But I thought that was so cool because you can barely hear it. So yeah, I never knew, and it's like literally about maybe 8 feet from the road, off the side of the road. It's inside the mountain itself. So yeah, that was kind of cool. Now our neighborhood does have a lake, and it has a little cute park right down here. It has some benches and picnic tables that you can go down, and there's a stairway on the other side of those benches that leads down to a dock, which the stairwell is over here, which I think the stairs here are fairly cool to see because it's been here for so long. They're all overgrown moss. These are all stone steps that have moss. I gotta keep an eye on what I'm walking on because the fact that the steps are different heights. This is all cool. And then you can come down here, eat at the picnic tables. They also have a grill over here, and it is only for the people who live in the neighborhood and their visitors. And you come down here, and there's more seating over there. And then down here feels more like a walking trail to get down here. Now, you can take this route and to use a canoe if you have a canoe, or you come this way and get to the dock and wait until you see the view from the dock. It is very pretty. Or at least I think it's beautiful. I just love it. It's nice and peaceful. And I mean, this is our lake. And over there, it goes around the corner there. And if you go that way, it will lead to a dam. And then right over there is where the road would be, with the lake on the other side. And the water you hear is the rushing water coming from the lake on the other side of the road that leads into this lake. But I mean, look how green everything is. This is this is the area I live in. There's all green. Now come fall, all this will be turning colors and be extremely beautiful with all the changing colors of the fall. And then all these trees here as well. And then, I mean, it's just, you feel like you're out in the middle of nowhere instead of inside of a neighborhood. Okay, so there's the top of the lake. Right down there is where the water sound is coming from the pipe, which is, the pipe is going underneath the road here, and this, it's where it's connected to. It's right there where that cement block is. And this is the top, the other side of the lake, which is a lot smaller. This is about the size of it. There's no curves, no corners, or anything like that, like the other one does. So, and there's, I know that there's like a little waterfall and stream that you can't get to because it's on somebody else's property and it's kind of pushed back. Very hard to see from the road, especially this time of year. That leads into this lake, which is pretty cool. I mean, I wish, trust me, I really, really, really wish I could show you that waterfall, but it's a very small, skinny waterfall that leads into this lake. And believe me, I really wish I could show you the waterfall, but every time I drive past it to leave the neighborhood, because it's over by the entrance of the neighborhood, I always look for it, and you have to know exactly where to look and know where to find it. And a lot of times, if you're at the wrong angle, you won't see it because of all the greenery. Now, it's a little bit easier to see during the winter time, but at the same time, unless you have a lot of snowfall, a lot of rain, it's hard to see because there's not much water going through it at that time. Lately, there's a lot of water because we've been having rain almost every single day for the last 2 weeks, and except for today. Today's actually no rain for the first time, but then we're supposed to get rain the next 2 days because of Hurricane Debbie, or Tropical Storm Debbie. Now, but the next 2 days we're supposed to get like the outer bands of it, like because we're so far inland, we're not going to get much of it. Like most people who are on the edge is going to get it. So ignore the glasses. It's getting really bright out here. But we have one of these in our neighborhood. Plus we have a whole bunch of them in town. But do you guys have something where it's called the Book Nook, where you take one and you leave one? When you open it up, it has a whole bunch of different books. You can come here at any time, and you leave one and you take one. So it's kind of like a mini portable library where you don't have to have a library card. And I was just curious if you guys have something like that in your town, or anything like that. And yeah, I've seen them all over the place in my town. This is the only one we have out this far, for people who live out this far, due to the fact that it's not always easy to get to town because it's a 30-minute drive to get to town, and not everybody just wants to go to town for just to get a library book. So that's a kind of cool thing, little idea to have, especially for those who loves to read and loves to discover new books, because they change constantly, because people, at least the ones in town, I've seen people go to them and they're constantly um, taking out books, putting new ones in, so that it rotates quite a bit. And especially, I mean, you may find one that you saw one at the doctor's office, but then you found that exact same one a few weeks later over at the park. um, because somebody probably picked it up at the doctor's office, and when they were done, they probably returned it back to the park to get a new one. So, but yeah, I love that idea. Okay, so I found a plant. I guess it's a weed because it's called Ivory Tower Joe Pye weed. It's Pye. But look at this. It is tall. I mean, this is right here is how tall I am. It's literally this is about where I'd be looking right now, and it goes up to there. I mean, I'm 5'3", so I'm not. I'm kind of short, but still, this has got to be 6'2", 6'3". I mean, there's the ground. It's just, but that's what the tops of it looks like. Is let me see if I can pull it down so you can see the very tops. But that's what they call Joe, or yeah, Ivory Tower Joe Pye weed, and I've never seen them before, and I thought it was cool looking at there amongst with all the rest of the weeds in the center of the road here where there's like a little divider going on. But I thought that was kind of cool. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed that, seeing all the different plants and streams and lakes and stuff like that that I found just wandering around my neighborhood. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I can't wait to get back on the road to find more stuff. And I can't wait to see you then. Put lots of love out there. Mwah. Bye.